Hey guys, Mr. Hermson here, and this is a different kind of story problem than what you've been used to. You're going to set it up completely different. And the reason why you're going to set it up completely different is because they're talking about this P word, profit, okay? Let's talk a little bit about profit. It ain't really hard to understand. Let's say I'm selling donuts, okay? And we'll say at the end of the day, I have $1,000 in the cash register from selling the donuts, but I had to spend $400 to make the donuts. So what was my profit there? How much money did I actually make? I made $600. Okay, because even though I have $1,000 in the cash register, I had to spend $400 just to make the donuts in the first place. That came from my pocket. So really, $400 of this $1,000 is canceled out, giving me $600. Okay, so here's what you're doing. A spirit club is selling shirts to raise money. $10 is spent on each shirt and $3 is spent on the printing for each shirt. The club plans to sell the shirts for $15 each. How many shirts will need to be sold to make a profit of $400? So there's that P word, profit. Okay, don't worry about this DV stuff, and don't worry about the underlying units. Totally irrelevant. We're going to make this little table here, and here's what you're going to put on the table. You're going to put money made and money spent. And then after you do that, you're going to put equals what you want your profit to be. So you want your profit to wind up being equal to $400. So let's talk about this. First off, the 10, is that money made or money spent? Well, clearly it says it's spent, so 10. But was it spent once or more than once? Or how many times did they spend the $10? I don't know because it's on every shirt. So we put 10S, okay? 10S. $3, that's spent too, so we put $3. It was on the printing for each shirt, so do I know how many times they spent that? No, you don't, because it's on every shirt. I don't know how many shirts there are, so 3S. The club plans to sell the shirts for $15. So when you sell, that's money you're going to make. So that goes in the category of money made. Okay, do I know how many times the $15 occurred? No, because that's every shirt. That was for each shirt. So S on that. And that's pretty much all I have. The 400's already down here. So here's how I line up the equation. I take my money I'm going to make, so 15S, and then I minus all the money I'm going to spend. So minus 10S, minus 3S. All those are S terms. They all go together. So 15 minus 10 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. So 2S equals 400. So then we divide by the 2. 400 divided by 2 is 200. So we had to sell 200 shirts to make that profit. Okay, next problem. A company makes and sells for bobblehead dolls. I'm not sure why I came up with that. Bobblehead dolls. They spend $200 for paint supplies. They also spend $4 per bobblehead for the ceramic. They sell the bobbleheads for $10.50 each. How many bobbleheads need to be sold to raise $300? And this is a profit problem. I should have put profit in there so you know what it's asking for, but I didn't. But it is a profit problem. Okay, so money made, money spent. And I want my profit at the end to equal $300. Okay, so I've got $200 for paint supplies, and that was spent, so $200. But I don't put any letter on that because I only spent $200 one time. Okay, then they spend $4 per bobblehead, so 4, but I need to put a B on that because it was every bobblehead. Okay, I don't know how many bobbleheads there were, so I just say that that's 4B. Again, the 200 is not every bobblehead, it's just 200 one time, plain old 200. Then they sell the bobbleheads for $10.50 each, so when I sell something, that's money I make. So $10.50 Do I know how many 1050s we're going to make? No, I don't. It's every bobblehead, so B. And then I come to the 300. So I do my equation. I'm going to have 10.50B. And then I start minusing, minus 200, minus 4B. Now those B's right there are good where they're at. But this 200 doesn't have a B, so it belongs over here with 300. So plus 200 and plus 200. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to take 10.50 minus 4, and that's going to be 6.50B. Okay, and over here we have 500. And then I divide both sides by $6.50. That's going to be my answer. So 500 divided by 6.50, maybe 77. So B 77, because you can't really sell part of a bobblehead. It's got to be the whole thing or nothing. Okay, a concession stand is selling pork burgers at a football game. The supplies used to make the burgers cost $100. It also costs a concession stand $1.50 to make each pork burger. Pork burgers will be sold for $3 each. How many pork burgers need to be sold to raise at least $500? So we got the money. So we got the money made and the money spent. This is a new strategy I'm using to teach these problems. So, okay, so it's equal to $500. Okay, now let's talk about the 100. Now, those were supplies. You have to spend the money on the supplies, okay? So that's money spent. Okay, now how many times did they spend $100? They only spend it once, because you buy supplies just one time, and then you have them. It also costs them this concession stand. That cost means they spent it. That's the money they spent, $1.50. To make each pork burger. Do I know how many times the $1.50 is spent? No, I don't, because it's every pork burger, so that's P. Okay, the pork burgers are sold for $3 each, so when they sell them, that's money they make. But do I know how many times they made $3? No, because it's every pork burger, so P. Okay, so my equation is 3P and then minus 100 and minus $1.50P. Okay, so those two are good, but this 100's got to go. So plus 100 plus 100. So 3 minus $1.50 is $1.50P, and then we got 600. Now I divide both sides by $1.50. 600 divided by $1.50 is 400. Okay, next. A concession stand sells popcorn to raise money. The cost of the equipment is $300. Each bag of popcorn also costs $1.50 to bring into the concession stand. The stands, and then they pop the popcorn, and then they sell the popcorn for $2 each. How many bags of popcorn need to be sold to raise a profit of $600? So there's money made and money spent. Okay, so the money I made are $300, okay? That's our cost. Cost is money spent. How many times do you spend $300? You only spend it one time, so we just put 300. Then each bag of popcorn also costs $1.50, okay? That cost means you spent it, so $1.50. Do I know how many times I spent the $1.50? No, it's every bag of popcorn, so P. And then I come to the $2. Now, when they sell it, that's money they made. Okay? How many times do they make $2? I don't know. It's every bag of popcorn, so 2P. So I want my profit to equal $600. So I take the money I made and then minus all the stuff I spent. So minus 300 minus $1.50P. Okay, so the P's are good where they're at, but we got to get rid of this 300. So I plus 300 plus 300. So 2 minus $1.50 is 50 cents P. And then 600 plus 300 is 900. And then we divide by 50 cents on both sides. Now you're going to get kind of an answer you think looks weird here, but it's the right answer. $1,800. The reason that makes sense is because if I'm figuring out how many 50 cents would be in $900, every dollar has two 50-cent cents into them, okay? So really it's just that double when I divide by the 0.50.